Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome to another episode of What Would Brev Do? This is the series where we play an entire ranked game from start to finish, and I talk about what's going on in my head the entire time. Got a fun roster for you guys today. We picked up a bunch of future star cards from the new program, a bunch of the cheap ones, so I can make a full team, but still a lot of good cards in this lineup. And on the bump, we're going to have Matt Brash. We did just throw Jackson Jobe in the game before this, and we got a first inning rage quit on a Brett Beatty bomb. So we'll be throwing Matt Brash this game, but excited to use this roster. I've been hearing some rumblings from some people that they think Matt Brash is possibly better than Bobby Miller. Like, Brash might be the best pitcher in the release. So I haven't used or faced Brash yet, so this will be interesting. And Jackson Jobe absolutely dealt for the one inning that he pitched in the last game. We are 725 rated. Last game was the first game I had played this ranked season. So we're on Hall of Fame. I have spent a bunch of time this weekend playing Legend games because we were playing in the Summer Circuit, the Battlefy tournament. So hopefully Hall of Fame looks a little bit slower than what we've been facing the last couple days. Hopefully we're able to get the offense going. So just to clarify, I don't know if Matt Brash is better or worse than Bobby Miller, but I've heard some people whose opinions I respect that have said it's possible. So we will find out. We are taking on basically a full Future Stars lineup as well, and we're facing Logan Webb, who is surprising to see at this point in the year for sure. I think a lot of people have moved on from a card like that, but maybe he deals with him. I think it's a good sign for us. We've got a decent amount of lefties in the lineup, and I think I generally hit Logan Webb pretty well. So we will see what Matt Brash brings to the table here. Slider Slurved, I talked about when I was looking at the card. Slider Slurve seems really strong this year. Randy has it. And there's one other person I was just thinking of that has Slider Slurve that I've had a ton of success with this year. Oh, Kyle Wright's the other one. Player of the month. I think the dynamic's really strong, especially against good players who have generally good movement with their PCI, because it moves both like different directions vertically, but the same direction or the same amount horizontally. He's late there, so that's a bit of a bummer. That was a good at-bat and a good pitch, and nothing we could do about it, really. Luckily, his leadoff hitter doesn't have a ton of speed. And now we're looking at Aaron Judge. I'm going to go away with a two-seam, see if we can get him to roll over. Looking at that double play. Still very struggling. It's very much struggling to get his delivery down. It's kind of a weird delivery. Like I said, I haven't pitched with this card yet. A couple of good 0-2 takes from our opponent. Let's try to bury a slurve. And we get the ground ball we're looking for. Beautiful pitch. Got him to chase with 2 strikes, and just like that, 8 pitches in, we're 2 up, 2 down. Pretty good swing by him, honestly. This slider from Brash seems like it has a ton of break. I don't know if it's because I'm playing at Date Palm, but that moved a lot. Pretty solid inning from Matt. First inning, and now we'll go to work with this all Future Stars lineup. A ton of good cards in this lineup we were able to pick up. Peraza is extremely good. I'm excited to try Garrett Mitchell because he's so defensively statted that if his swing is really good and he plays above his attributes, he could be one of the best options for sure. As always, we're being a little patient here. Saw a couple pitches pretty much right down the middle to start this at bat, but it's okay because we don't know how our opponent likes to pitch yet. And we will try to figure out some tendencies as we move through the game. Couple of easy takes there with 2 strikes. See if he goes sinker inside now to try to speed me up. He would change up inside. We'll go down and get it with Peraza. First at bat of the game is a solo shot to left center. Beautiful cut. And now here is Garrett Mitchell, the card I want to use quite a bit to see if he's good. Because as a pure center fielder, his defense and speed's crazy. We'll see if he just sticks with the hard stuff here since we just popped off on an off-speed pitch. Sinker cutter so far. Seems like generally the plan. We got to be careful at sliders in at our feet here. Don't want to swing at those. That's why we're late on the sinker. We're going to get bailed out for a double. That's absolutely disgusting. Do we get a rage quit after that one? That's maybe the grossest double I've ever hit in my entire life. We were so late there because it was the exact tunnel I was trying not to swing at, and at the last second I realized it was a sinker and it was going to catch the zone. Beautiful pitch by him, honestly. We got extremely lucky. And we're just going to be late on every sinker, I guess. I don't know if I would have made it there. I didn't know the throw was going to be offline, but probably not a good idea to tag there anyway if we want to keep this speed in scoring position. And I imagine moving forward through this inning, he's just going to give us a lot of sinkers and hard stuff since it's been the pitch we clearly haven't hit so far this inning. So I think I'm just going to look for a sinker right down the middle here, 2-0, try to do some damage. We were very early on it. Looking for it too much. There was another one and we're under it. Alright, I think we're going to get a healthy dose of sinkers from this guy moving forward. Even though that swing was pretty good, we were barely under the ball. We've crushed everything but that pitch. So it's probably what he's going to rely on. I can't believe he just threw that.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Mitchell at second with 2 down. Next pitch is
Cut her out. Makes sense. Now's a good sinker spot again. In off the plate. Probably another sinker. I'm inclined to take this pitch with the lefty on deck. And we'll see if he just comes back with one more sinker here. He went slider low and away. And we get dove on. Once a game, dude. I swear, every game I play, at least once a game, someone's going to get an out diving on me. Back to work on the mound facing Beatty ourselves. And I'm still trying to figure out the sequencing with this card. Obviously, like I said, I haven't used him yet. Try to figure out the slider slurve dynamic, which is very good, obviously inside versus lefties. He was all over that one, though. I think, based on how this guy's been hitting, we're going to try to feature some more balls. We've basically been pounding the zone a ton. We've gotten him to chase a couple times with 2 strikes, but 2 strikes has basically been the only time where we've thrown pitches out of the zone. So I think throwing pitches out of the zone early in the count is going to be the move for a bit until he can prove to us that he'll lay off. Like there was a 1 pitch out on a slurve in the dirt. So let's try to keep doing that. And we are getting ahead in the count, throwing stuff not in the zone so far, so that's good. Try it again with the slider here. And yeah, he's up there hacking, so we may have made a bit of a mistake throwing him as many strikes as we did to start this game. Paid for it with the Beatty at bat. Normally I'd want to elevate fastball, but I got to throw it really high here with how aggressive this guy's being. If he does chase, I don't want him to hit it out. And he's late and pops it up. Pretty much exactly what we're looking for there. Great sequencing. 2 down now. And we'll go back to the strategy of throwing balls early in the count. See if he chases another slider here. Alright, that was a take. We'll try a change up in the dirt, and then if he takes that, we'll assume that he has made the adjustment. He has not made the adjustment. So we'll go back to the slider. If he lays off that again, he did swing. I was going to say if he lays off that again, it's possible he's just decided not to swing at that tunnel, at which point we could try to work the 4-seamers low and in on him, especially with 2 strikes. We might be able to catch him looking, but he did in fact swing, so maybe he hasn't adjusted all the way yet. We'll keep an eye on it. And we are looking for lots of sinkers this inning. Hopefully we can figure out the timing on it and start crushing them.
The next pitch misses. And that is ball 1.
We did for a single. Beautiful. We're just trying to prove to him that we can hit it so he stops throwing it so much. He seems pretty committed though. We'll see if he goes another one inside here. He did. Oh, this is frustrating. We're kind of all over it, but like just barely missing with our PCI, and he probably thinks like this is a good strategy. I don't know. We need to just hit a bomb one time on a sinker so he gets off of it.
That's in there for strike one. Next one off the plate inside, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss.
That's not a good swing.
And the count 1-2.
Change up low. I don't think I got that all. I was late sided good. Pretty good hack though. Looking like we're gonna go scoreless this inning. Still had good timing on off speed and was late on the sinkers that at bat too. So I guess it's on me. I haven't really made him get off the sinker yet. But it's something we'll keep in mind. We'll try to turn one around at the right spot.
First offering is fouled off. Next pitch is inside.
This is our pitcher up, obviously, so not a whole lot to do here. Just hoping to get lucky with a bloop shot or something. That's pretty good for us. Now a bloop shot might score a run. Or he might walk us. Imagine. With Peraza on deck. No way. Oh, that is not a bloop shot. But it is a double. I'm going to go back to first, actually. I think that's Judge out there. RBI single from Matt Brash. And I think the pass ball got us that run because we didn't have a ton of speed out there. This is a sinker every time. And we line out to center. Unfortunately, just barely late side of good. He's obviously going to throw a sinker there since he just got tagged for a run. And it's been the most reliable pitch for him, so he's going to want to go to his comfort zone there and try to get out of the inning, which he did. Even though he took a pretty decent hack at it. And we're back to work on the bump. Try throwing these sliders a little bit higher. Maybe the tunnel is just not fooling him. Or he's just laying off the inside tunnel. We're trying to find out. We go two-seamer out there just in case he's sitting on four-seamer. Unfortunately here, I think we do have to just hose him one and hope he doesn't tie the game. I don't really want to walk the guy. He ends up taking. Nice. And we'll try a backdoor slider. Hopefully this catches the zone. We missed with our pinpoint. That's a tough walk. Not really what we want to do. Luckily he misses the bunt steal and we're going to hose him. Corey Seager, not the fastest mate in the land. I don't know what that means or why I said it. But that's the downside of steal bunting. Sometimes you don't get a strike first pitch. I gotta respect it though. That's part of the reason why I just strike out with my pitchers. Also, that was a completely insane play by Peraza. Oh my lord. The amount of ground he just covered, that's why I always say speed is good in the middle infield. It's on plays like that. Like the slow rollers where you get full control of your player pretty early on in the play. Speed is a huge game changer. Like I'm able to run full acceleration to that ball and actually cut it off. Insane play by Peraza. He's been the MVP so far for sure. Maybe challenge this guy this at bat just to keep him honest. I've kind of been throwing a ton of off speed. And he's been generally taking with 2 strikes, so we'll just try to paint him here. Maybe he's just taking just to take. He was not, but he was late side of good on it, and we get the fly out. Another solid inning from Brash. And hopefully we can get the bats going against these sinkers, which are inevitable. I feel like we've hit still pretty well. Just barely off on a lot of these swings we've been taking with good timing, so we will stick to the approach. Ton of speed leading off the inning, and Garrett Mitchell too might benefit us a bit to see a couple pitches. Unless this is an auto pitch. It was, and I was late on it. Unreal. I'm so bad.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
There's another sinker. We go down and crush it, and it gets by. I actually think he was locked into the animation to catch that ball, and he dove and broke the animation. I think he was going to catch that on the run. That might have been a misplay. Great at bat from Garrett, though. Absolutely love to see it. And did we finally get him off the sinker? We're going to sit on it here. That's crushed, but it was a little bit inside. So you can see, this is kind of just our game plan right now, right? He obviously wants to rely on that pitch. We know it, so we're just sitting on it. He's not throwing us enough of other things for us to really just stop sitting on it, so we're just going to keep sitting on it. Pretty terrible swing there, but I think we score 94 speed. We'll also send the guy to second because people aren't going to hit the cutoff there with such a close play at the plate. So we take the free base as well. If he hits the cutoff, he's basically sacrificing the run on a play where he didn't have to because it was a really close play at the plate. I think he gets us with a perfect throw. So that's generally when I like to send the runner around first to second base there, is when I'm almost certain they're going to throw home because the play's so close. Another sinker, Henry Davis. We go down and get it, and all of a sudden we've blown it open a little bit. 5-1 now. Future Stars popping off against Logan Webb. And really, our offense so far has just been breaking down this guy's sequencing and the fact that we know what pitches he's comfortable with and not comfortable with. And eventually, if he keeps throwing too many sinkers like he has been, we're going to come around and do some damage. Gotta give him props this at bat though. Two more sinkers. He is still sticking with this. I'm kind of shocked. It's a great pitch actually. Looks like a front door sinker. Luckily we lay off. And I gotta imagine this is a sinker yet again. 3-2 here. We're a little bit early. We get another dive on us. I'm so sick of this, man. Even post-nerf, I get dove on constantly, man. A quarter of my outs so far this game have been dives on ground balls. Big sad. Don't know why I'm late there. Good inning, though. 5-1 now. And now that we have a ton of momentum and the game is kind of getting away from this guy a little bit, he's going to see a ton of balls this inning. I'm going to be very hard-pressed to throw things in the strike zone because he's obviously going to be pressing a ton. Like, he needs to get the offense going here or he's going to keep falling further and further behind. That pitch was terrible. Nobody's ever going to chase that. Having a bit of trouble figuring out Brash's circle changeup motion or the speed of it. But yeah, he's definitely in press mode. He's the away team. He's down by 4 now. Hasn't necessarily hit Brash too well. So we want to make sure we're staying out of the zone and kind of pitching a little bit cute now. Or at least forcing him. If he wants to give us outs early in the count chasing balls, we will take that. 2-0 here. We're kind of obligated to go in the zone. Once again, we're going 2-seam instead of 4-seam. I like doing that if I can, just in case they're sitting on 4-seam. They might be a little bit early and or on top of the ball if you throw a 2-seam instead. Tunneled it with the changeup, which he actually hit super well. But right at our center fielder there. 2 down. Here in the 4th. Really good swing by him actually. It's a bit unfortunate result. And we'll try one high slider. And he ends up swinging late on it. I love the high slider. If you guys have watched me for any amount of time, I throw that pitch a lot to lefties. It gets them swinging late and it's kind of hard to square up. So he's giving us a lot of one-pitch outs. We'll go back to work at the plate again, sitting on sinker. He hasn't really given us a reason to change anything that we're doing because he has not changed what he's doing. So right now, unfortunately, the game state is we're basically just taking BP against sinkers. And we're somehow still not squaring them up. Okay, just kidding. We're squaring them up. Gunnar Henderson. I have absolutely no clue how that ball left the yard. No idea. Absolutely horrendous swing. You guys can see I'm getting away from my approach of taking pitches too. Like, sometimes when I'm streaming and I'm swinging a lot first pitch, people will be like, why aren't you sticking to your approach? Well, right now it's because I've already got him figured out, right? The approach is, the whole point of it is to figure out your opponent. Dear Lord with these dives, man. God. So until he changes anything, we don't need to take pitches. Like, we know what we're looking for, and we know what he's going to throw, basically. So now we're in the depths of trying to square it up every time he throws it, which I think Garrett Mitchell just did. He's 3 for 3. Insane. 2 solo shots this inning. Game's getting away from our opponent for sure, but he just refuses to adjust. I don't know if he's pressed a button other than X this entire half inning. And it looks like he has such low confidence that he's struggling with control now too. Every pitch is a sinker, man. My apologies for not more riveting commentary, but this is the part of the game that we're in currently. Warning track flyout gets us out of the 4th. And I think we'll stick to the approach of throwing balls again, at least for the first batter here. Just in case he is still pressing. The momentum is a little bit less tense now since we were already kind of ahead big before that inning and we just tacked on. So maybe he's not as pressing. Peraza, if you make this play too, dude, are you kidding me, man? Oh my god. Those 2 of the best plays I've seen out of a shortstop this entire year, and they're from the same dude in the first 5 innings. What was that? Obviously very impressed with Peraza and Mitchell this game.
Number 5, Garrett Mitchell.
I wonder who's going to be the thumbnail. We'll go up and in here. Mitchell has less power than the other guys in his lineup. It's a good time to challenge him. Just keep him honest. He did put it in the gap, though. Unfortunately, that's probably a triple. Little Mitchell on Mitchell action. We were able to hold him at 2. Nice. And now we'll definitely throw a ball first pitch. He is going to be hyper aggressive here, trying to get this run home. And he swings at it and hits a routine grounder. So the double doesn't hurt us. And he quit. So, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I think Garrett Mitchell went 3 for 3. Peraza obviously led off the game with a home run and made 2 insane plays defensively. Sorry the game kind of devolved into a lack of thinking, I guess you could say, towards the end. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed it and still learned something. Let me know in the comments who your favorite future star has been so far this year. I still got to get a lot of reps with a lot of them. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. We'll see you next time.